If you have been resisting starting strength training because of risk of injury, this video is for you, because I'm going to tell you the 4 things you need to know to reduce your risk of injury but still start strength training, because the risk of not starting strength training far outweigh the risk of you getting injured when you start. When you strength train, you are building muscle, you are building strong bones, you are building strong joints, all which, if you are over 35, is so important, because it is setting you up for the next 20 years, making sure you stay out of that nursing home, making sure you decrease your risk of falls and fractures and things like that. But the thing is, you have to start now. You have to start in your 30s and not wait till your 60s and 70s to start strength training. So I hope this video gives you some encouragement on how to start strength training the right way. The first thing you need to do is start with an appropriate weight. Yes, you need weights for strength training. Body weight will get you only so far. However, you have to start building weights over the time. Now, lifting heavy, when we say that for bone health and for building muscle, is going to look different for everyone. You need to start at an appropriate weight for you. This might be 2 or 3 kilos. It might not be 10 or 12 kilos. But what we do is start at an appropriate load so that you don't injure yourself, learn the pattern, learn the form, get quality of movement, understand how your body moves, and progress over time. You need to put your ego aside. It is only you versus you, and realize that there is just no quick way to lift heavy, to build muscle, to build strong bones. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens by chipping away from week to week. But so many people never start because they think that they need to be training 4 to 5 times a week in order to build muscle. You can build muscle training twice a week as long as you have a plan, as long as you are progressing from week to week and you are consistent. The second thing you need to do is progress gradually. So using the principles of progressive overload. So when I say progress, this doesn't just mean increasing your weight every week. There are many ways to progress and exercise, build muscle, build joint strength. We can do this by increasing our reps, increasing our sets from week to week. One thing that we train at the A-Life is joint strength. So we work on increasing your range of motion and increasing your strength in that range of motion. So that might look like, for example, a squat, when you're squatting down and pressing back up. But we might add a pause at the bottom of the squat, so you are working on strengthening that end range. This is what both improves your flexibility and your strength together without having to work on them separately. When you have this approach, you will become both strong and limber. And then, of course, you can increase your weights over time, but it needs to be appropriate. So you can execute the first set as good as the last set and with quality and good form. The third thing you need to do is listen to your body. We are all coming into it with a different past history of injuries and pain and compensations in our body. So it's really important you listen to your body during strength training and during the session, and then also the next day notice how you feel. Of course, when you start a new workout regime, a new patterns, your body is going to freak out a little bit and you're going to probably get some post-muscle soreness. That is completely normal, but it's important to know the difference between pain and pain. What I mean by that, we call it a red light. If you are getting a sharp, hard barrier pain that just feels wrong in your body, that means you need to stop the exercise. Yeah, that's not an indication. Your body's always telling you messages from it. You need to stop. Maybe you need to modify, but you need to stop, come away from it, put the weight down and reset and figure out why that pain is coming on. Because if you keep going, if you push through mentality, you're only going to make things worse and wonder why you're always getting an injury. However, I also don't agree with the opposite of the push through approach, which is the avoid approach. There is always a way to start. So that's the red light for an exercise. The yellow light or the orange light we call is when you maybe have a little bit of discomfort or just doesn't feel right when you're doing the exercise. It doesn't seem to be getting better with repetition. So you might need a modification for that exercise. You might need to regress it. You might need to just do it with a lighter weight. It's still your body giving you messages. You need to listen to it. However, you might find with those little adjustments, you feel more in control, with better form, and you can keep going. The green light is when you feel good, your body feels good, you feel better as the exercises go on, you also feel great the next day. That means, yes, you're on the right track. So not having any discomfort or pain doesn't mean that that exercise is completely bad for you. It just means that maybe you're not at the right starting point. And the final thing that is really going to help you accelerate, especially at the start of your journey of strength training, is appreciating repetition. There is a lot of repetition when it comes to strength training. They are patterns we need to learn in our body that then overlay into our everyday life. Things like the squat, the hinge, the push, the pull. Yes, there's a lot of variety in the way we can do those exercises and challenge our body. However, we need to embrace repetition. We get improvement with the mundane, the things that we show up to consistently week to week, because it allows our nervous system to calm down, especially if we have a history of pain, and we can start loading. It means that we can then start to improve and strengthen that pattern, and then that will then translate to us being more functional and feeling amazing and resilient and capable in our everyday life. But you have to play the long game and actually do the repetition from week to week, consistently showing up. Do your 4 sets, do your 5 sets, so that the body can adapt, your joint can adapt and get used to that exercise and that load that you are putting on it. And that is how we make long-term change. So if you apply these 4 points to starting strength training, we even have a video of like the top exercises for strength training that we would start with ourselves if we were starting from scratch today. But you have to play the long game. You have to be in it from week to week, be very consistent. And if you need any support in getting started, please reach out to us and join one of our programs. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and I look forward to moving with you soon.